All right, so there's a few seats here in the front row, if anybody's interested. Chief Dvorak, why don't you come on up. Have a seat up here. Keep the judge under control there. Very good. All right, we want to welcome you out today to Mesa, Arizona. We're here to introduce our new police chief. I'm Chris Brady, the city manager for the City of Mesa. I'm joined up here today with our Vice Mayor David Luna, our Public Safety Committee Chair, member Chris Glover, and council member also. We want to recognize our other council members who are here with us today. Councilmember Thompson, Councilmember Freeman, Councilmember Whitaker, I believe, is also here. And did I miss anybody? I think that's it. The mayor sends his regrets. He is out of town. I think he's getting educated at Yale today or something like that. So he's serving the city well and getting better educated there. So we want to also recognize many members of the command staff of Mesa Police Department command staff are here with us today. We appreciate their attendance, but especially we want to recognize the many representatives from our community organizations, East Valley NAACP, the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, the Mesa MLK Celebration Committee, the Mesa Association of Hispanic Citizens, West Mesa CDC, and the Dobson Ranch Homeowners Association. So thank you all for being here. And I think that introduction is important because we're here because we want to make sure that as we go forward that we want to recognize the involvement in our community in this entire process of selecting and making a decision regarding our police chief. From the very beginning, that has been a priority. Public safety for the City of Mesa, for this council, has been a priority, and dedicating significant resources of the city, but also making sure that the decisions we make regarding the leadership of the Mesa Police Department are taken seriously and have the utmost priority. And recognizing that of all the interactions that we have with our community, certainly the interaction that we have with the Mesa Police Department and with our community is significant and is vital. And as a result, from the very beginning of the process and making the decision about the next police chief, and early on, we invited the community to be part of that decision-making process. What's interesting in the process that we used, those that were selected, the candidates that were selected to be the finalists, that were brought back to our community to be interviewed by another group of community and peer group individuals, as well as the council and myself. That group of finalists was selected by the community in 2 different panels. So we appreciate their work and want to recognize their efforts. And we also want to recognize, and with gratitude and appreciation, Chief Dvorak, who since January, really I guess in December, has continued to lead this department with tremendous integrity and professionalism. So I want to thank Chief Dvorak for his service, and will continue and with the Mesa Police Department. So thank you, Chief. We appreciate your help. So today we made the announcement regarding the selection of our police chief a few weeks ago of Chief Ramon Batista, and he's here with his family. We'll let him introduce them. But at this time, I'd like to introduce the chair of our Public Safety Committee and Councilmember Chris Glover to come forward at this time. Councilmember Glover.
Thank you, Chris. I'm glad to be here today to welcome Chief Batista to the City of Mesa. As the chair of the Public Safety Committee, my colleagues and I on the council work closely with the Mesa Police Department and Fire and Medical Department to ensure that our community is as safe as possible for our residents. Choosing a new leader for our community and for our public safety departments in particular, is a monumental task and one that is of utmost importance. Everybody involved in the decision has to make sure that they do their due diligence and make informed and educated choices. Public safety is the #1 priority for the City of Mesa, and that's why making this kind of decision is so important. With that being said, I'm very confident in the choice that the City of Mesa has made for our new police chief. The Mesa Police Department is one of the top law enforcement agencies in the state of Arizona and recognized nationally because of our strong leadership and the training that our officers receive. Chief Batista understands the important role the police department plays in our community and our city, and he knows what it takes to keep the people safe in the city of our size. So I'd like to offer my congratulations to him, and I'm confident that he will be able to perform the task admirably and lead our police department into the future. Thank you, Chief Batista. I'd like to introduce a council member from District 5 and Vice Mayor David Luna.
Thank you. Buenos dias. It's a great day, right? It's a great day to be in Mesa. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here this morning. I'm honored to be part of this wonderful announcement. This is an exciting day for all of us as we formally introduce the person who's going to be captain of the ship. That is the Mesa Police Department. Mesa is a very large city. Now it's the 36th largest in the country. So it takes someone with very special skill sets to be able to navigate the waters of a city our size. And we're confident, Chief, that you can do that. Chief Batista fits that description just like a glove, thanks to his decades of service in Tucson, a city who is just a little bit larger than us. His leadership experience that Mr. Brady mentioned during the service in Tucson made him uniquely qualified to take on the task of leading our police department. Mesa is a fast-growing city with a great increased population and expanding businesses entities. We believe that Chief Batista is the person who can help lead the police department to work closely with both the residents and businesses and continue to keep Mesa safe for everyone. And that's exactly what we want in a leader. It's no secret that our public safety departments are also facing some challenges. We all know that. But we also know that we have a top-notch police department that is recognized nationwide for the service that they provide our residents. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. When we met him during this process, we felt confident Chief Batista could take these challenges head on and come up with innovative solutions that will benefit everyone in the city and continue to provide our residents the kind of safety and services that they deserve. I would like to offer my personal congratulations on this position to him, and it is my pleasure to invite him up, come up, to speak. Let's welcome new Police Chief of Mesa, Arizona, Chief Ramon Batista. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. What an honor. I want to start off by first thanking the Mesa community. The attendance here is terrific this morning. I want to start off by thanking Mayor John Giles, Mr. Chris Brady, Vice Mayor David Luna, Councilman Jerry Whitaker, Councilmember Mark Freeman, Councilman Chris Glover, Councilman Kevin Thompson, and Councilmember Ryan Winkle. I want to tell you that it is a sincere honor to be chosen to lead the fine men and women of the Mesa Police Department and serve the Mesa community. And before I get going too far, I want to tell you that although Mr. Brady spoke about Chief Dvorak a second ago, I want to tell you that I want to extend my gratitude and our community's gratitude to the Chief's 30 years of service, and certainly in the last 6 months of dedicated service and making sure that the organization fulfilled its duties honest, with integrity. And so again, if we could give Chief Dvorak another round of applause. both Mr. Glover and Mr. Luna spoke of the importance of selecting a police chief, and I don't take that lightly. I'll tell you that it was very important. I was very impressed with the level of scrutiny that we underwent. It was also important for me to make sure that coming to Mesa was the right move, that there was a connection between myself and the members of the community. And I'll tell you that from my visits with members of the community, just from my interactions at different businesses, and from my interactions with the members of the city government, everything has really pointed to the fact that this is the type of family that I want to be a part of, and that I want to bring my family and be a part of that as well. And so, without further ado, I'll tell you that I want to introduce the woman that stands beside me, and that is my wife, Ramon Batista, and our daughter, Anne Marie. So, with respect to setting priorities and identifying what the goals are going to be, I'll tell you that right off the bat, my goal will be initially to meet with all the members of the Mesa Police Department, as well as the members of the community, so that we can jointly begin to identify the priorities, and from those priorities we'll identify the strategies to get there. That is not to say that the current command staff has already been working on technology and infrastructure programs that are already in place, and what I'll be doing is making sure that those things continue to move forward and continue to make Mesa a nationwide leading police organization. It is already recognized across the state and certainly across the country for its technology and innovation. I'll tell you that the three principles that I abide by, I've been in policing for 31 years, and it is that I believe in community policing, I believe in full service policing, and constitutional policing. So what does that all mean? And essentially it is that we are going to continue to do the fine work that the men and women of Mesa have already been doing in the engagement, transparency, and relationship building that builds community. That full service policing is going to mean that we're going to do our very best in every interaction that we have with you. We're human beings, and it's tough, and it's a dynamic environment, but that's the vision, that's the goal. And with respect to constitutional policing, is that we're going to try and get it right. We're going to always work towards getting it right. We've all heard of the 21st century policing pillars, and I'll tell you that building trust and legitimacy in the community is paramount to me. And we will never be at a point when we think we've arrived and we don't have to do any more of that. It is constant, it is ongoing, and we're always going to be working towards that end. The other thing that's very, very important to me is officer wellness, and I'll tell you why. My expectation of our officers is going to be that they go out there and be the very, very best they can be under sometimes very stressful conditions, a dynamic environment. And the only way that I believe that they can do that is making sure that internally they feel that they're supported, and that they're doing the right thing. We're going to be standing behind them. So officer wellness, while it's the sixth pillar in the recommendations, in my mind it should be the second pillar, because it is equally important as building a strong community and a strong relationship. There is no tension between those two. Those two work hand in hand, and that is, in my mind, the recipe for our success down the road. So in closing, I'll tell you that my family and I are sincerely honored by the opportunity to lead the Mesa Police Department and the men and women and to serve your community. I can guarantee you that I have a track record of being open, honest, accountable, transparent, and that is the philosophy that will roll forward with our new agency, the Mesa Police Department. So thank you very much. I can't believe and I'm really appreciative of the number of folks that are here today. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, and I can't wait to start.
All right, that concludes our press conference. The chief will be available to answer any questions. If the media has any direct questions you would like to meet with him, he'll be here to meet with you and answer any questions that you might have for him. So the rest of you, if you haven't had a chance to meet our new chief, we welcome you to come forward and meet him. Thank you all for coming out today. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Jeremy, you want to come get Randy?